6 minutes.
All right, so real quick, I have to catch a plane, and I have like 10 minutes, which means all of you in line are fucked. So the current state of entrepreneurship is in an interesting spot. I think it's an amazing time, at the same token, an awkward time for me because I'm really fearful. Like, I'm not about entrepreneurship, I'm about all of you deploying self-awareness and figuring yourself out, because that is always gonna be the path that gets you to a happy place quickest. This pedestal that entrepreneurship is on right now is weirdly dangerous because it's making a lot of people start businesses that ultimately won't be successful and actually can put them in a pretty tough spot. So my ambition here is not for all of you to go home and start your own business. My ambition is for all of you to understand why I'm so happy, and it's because I figured myself out at a young age on the back of DNA, ridiculously good parenting and circumstance of my environment. And that's what this is all about. What entrepreneurship's about is putting yourself in a position to succeed. You know, I think my strengths, which have created my this narrative, are I have really good natural intuition and understanding of human behavior. So I think that I've understood consumer behavior and where it's going and the internet. I think I'm running a marathon, so I'm extremely patient, which I think is a huge factor. I think that my work ethic, you know, my actions match my ambition. And I would say probably my lack of fear of failing. You know, I think it's more important to learn and fail than to always be right, mainly on the back of not worrying about what other people think. I think those are some of the core ingredients that have really helped me, right? And I think the ultimate way to put yourself in a position to succeed is to deploy self-awareness. So as fun as this is gonna sound and as hyped up as we all are, and this is a ridiculous vibe and a beautiful setting and the energy is off the charts, I really, really wanna set the tone and like bring it down a notch to practicality, because I want you to win. And winning comes in a million different forms, but it starts with being happy, and you will always lose when you try to force something. And so again, back to being self-aware, you need to know yourself. Do you love getting punched in the face? Do you have the stomach for it? And the truth is, it's not cool. It feels cool right now, but it's not cool. It's just a personality trait. What up, vlog? Just landed in Tampa, a little in and out trip for Iris and I. It is 2:40 p.m. We'll be back here at the airport at like 7 or 8.
Yeah, 7.
Like, so quick little flight, but something that's emerged in the last 3 or 4 days for me that I'm gonna start building on top of and I wanted to interrupt these regularly scheduled programs of the vlog and rant to you a little bit, and that's about kindness. It has become very apparent to me as I continue to dissect, like, why the fuck is this shit working for me and how do I get it to work for you? Kindness is foundational for me. You know, it is absolutely a core tenet, and it delivers unbelievable dividends in business, but more importantly in life. I don't know why winning in business or being an alpha or trying to make something happen, I'll be right with you, just giving my rant on kindness is not associated with kindness enough, and I just am desperate for everybody watching this to start understanding how much kindness is part of this equation. It just works, it feels good, it may not come natural to you, but you need to dissect it and understand it, and more importantly, if you have it, especially if you're a tough dude, you need to triple fucking down on it, because it works, period, end of story. Let's go. This is Iris.
Hello. Hi there. Iris. Nice to meet you, Iris. I'm Susan.
Let's go.
Susan, nice to meet you.
you talk about your new college strategy? You posted a video like a while ago, and right now we're going through the whole like recruitment phase for like companies and stuff like that. But I already know for a long time now that I just want to do my own thing. But at the same time, you have this pressure and this stigma that you have to go out and get a job.
From who?
From your parents and from society.
Society doesn't have a face, so that should be easy to navigate.
But it's also the time management. All right, like should I invest a lot of time in my side hustles, but I'm also doing stuff for school?
Let me give you something that will really let me give you something that really fucking matters. It actually doesn't matter what you do in all of your 20s. You have too much time to correct it in your 30s. If you actually understood that it doesn't fucking matter, there is no right or wrong answer, everything gets real fucking easy.
Appreciate that.
I mean that. I'm not saying it to be like, I'm saying it because you have fucking unlimited time.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't feel that way though.
No, bro, it doesn't feel that way because you're letting other voices into your head. You value other people's opinions more than you value your own. And that's 99% of people. That's not like you suck. That's what you have to start thinking about, because when you're 87, you're gonna be pissed. Because then you don't have time.
Yeah.
Now you have the best asset. With everything I've got, I would trade with you 3 fuckers right now. I'm being dead fucking serious. For everything I've got, I'll take the 22 years back.
Yeah.
Time's the fucking asset, bro.
Yeah. Wow.
Do you believe it?
I believe it, and this is another question I have because it's relevant to time. How do you optimize your time when it comes to tasks and what you're doing it for?
Well, first of all, when you have time as your asset, you shouldn't overstress optimizing it, which is why I'm like, fuck up in your 20s, because that's your biggest asset. It becomes like, it's the leverage point you have is time. Like to me, it's kind of like, I talk a lot about macro and micro. That's like doing things in parallel, right? So like every day I go hard, but at the highest level I'm patient. So like I'm much more worried about you like dicking around on from 7 a.m. to midnight today, but not doing behavior that worries about it at the macro. So like I'm more worried about you watching an hour of dumb TV. First of all, everything has to map your ambition. So first of all, what the fuck are you up to? Because like if you want to be like wealthy and live a good quality life, it actually doesn't take that much work or like making $200,000 a year is an unbelievably high quality life. The problem is everybody now is thinking in like millions and hundreds. Like everybody thinks they're gonna build these huge
Create
things.
value.
Create value. If you want to create value, you can be done right now. Just fucking ask every person what they need.
The meaningful value, not just to me, but to like masses.
Well then, if you want masses, if you want to really impact, like what I'm up to has been fucking 15 hours a day for 22 years in a row, giving up all sorts of shit, leisure and fun. It's just about understanding, it's self-awareness, but the biggest thing is putting over pressure in the short term is a bad fucking move. It's a bad move. It leads to short-term behavior. You end up doing short-term decisions. There's people that left VaynerMedia for $3,000 more in salary because they wanted to move out of their place. And it's fucked up.
I've been following you before for a long time. At least 3 years.
If that's the case, take the one that I give you the most, like I have the most heart for, which is being patient. Be smart. Like, of course your parents have points of view. Of course you want to see how you size up to your homies. But like, compared to my homies in my 20s, I was a loser. I worked in my dad's liquor store.
Yeah, you won my state, right?
That's my truth.
I think that's the biggest thing, like at UF, we see so many people, especially within the business school, that are like already like killing it, and we're just like
big corporate
killing it.
Yeah,
stuff
it's
like
just
that.
Killing it.
Yeah.
Like what's killing
They
it?
don't know shit about business.
Yeah.
Like-
They're just going after the best internships, like that are paid.
Yeah, like if he was like, yo, I got an internship at Facebook, I'd be like, cool. Like I don't know, like what?
Yeah.
If I got a sales internship though, that would be different.
It might make your mom proud.
Yeah.
Maybe for that kid.
It's not making you happy.
And by the way, maybe it does.
Yeah.
Like, but that's it. It's got to be binary. Tampa, what is up? If I could use the attention right now to say one thing, please deploy self-awareness. You don't have to be an entrepreneur. You don't have to be anything, actually. What you need to try to do with all your might is go inside your head and understand who you are and not apologize for it. And that really matters to me. I just want to thank you guys so much for all the good vibes. I hope you come over and check out the talk I'm about to give, but I actually weirdly rather you go back home and fucking hustle on your own shit.
What's going on?
Come on, we gotta go back episode. The fucking OG CFO of VaynerMedia, Scotty, the fucking CFO, the best. So good to see you. Lynn's down here now. So good to see you, man. Nice meeting you. Thank you so much.
Nah, that's good.
No, it's really real.
I'm a little sick, so I'm gonna give you hand sanitizer.
Okay, no worries. Hi.
This is Shura. She's part of the Chinese team.
How are you? Such a pleasure. Thank you so much. For real, for real.
Thanks for coming down.
No, but it's been really, you're really helping.
Thanks, boss.
Like you're making an impact.
Thank you. I'm just gonna go out and like squish this in.
Okay.
And then can you sign 3 books for me for the Chinese team?
100%.
And I'm gonna send it to China.
You got it.
All right. So you're gonna be meeting with Why China on March 19th.
Yes.
And they are a digital company that spreads messages about what foreigners feel like living in China.
Yes.
Okay. So Raz's team and his content producers and the audience has a few questions for you. The first question is, why do you want to enter the Chinese market when you already have such a huge following on the Western market?
Because my ambition is great. You know, like the truth is I have very big ambitions.
Okay.
And, you know, in my lifetime, it will be the #1 global market in the world.
Right.
It is the #1 global market in the world. That's hard for Americans who've had that throne for a long time, but there are so many people that I want to reach.
Okay.
And the thought of not being in mainland China is just unacceptable.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, about to give a speech, and that's all I have to say.
Okay.
What up, Tampa? Thank you. Thank you. Bone thugs, baby. Bone thugs. Guys, let's go. Guys, you're freaking out the people that don't know me.
Who doesn't know you?
Here's what's up. This internet thing, it's real. And the reason I go there, I need you guys all to listen very carefully. Everybody, including me, is underestimating how big this internet thing is. We got so lucky, and we're also a little bit screwed. A lot of you in 30, 40, 50 years are gonna look back at this era and be like, fuck, how good we had it, I didn't get it. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. The reason I was able to build my dad's business from a $3 to a $60 million business like that was because of the internet. I would have done it. I would have had 15 liquor stores. I would have done it. But it wouldn't have been done that way, and definitely not at that speed. This thing is so, guys, this is a more powerful computer in your pocket right now than President Reagan had running the fucking free world. Everything's about distribution and what you put in it. Do you know how crazy it would be to wake up tomorrow and not have the internet? You just sit. Like, you wouldn't know what to do. This is now where we live. This is now secondary to this. You may not like it, you may think it's weird, but it's the truth, and it will play out. And guess what? A lot of things have happened to the human race. Like, we struggle in putting things into context because you take for granted what you have.
I really like the idea that, like, documenting the process.
Huge.
Yeah.
Bro, could you imagine if how many people here are vlogging?
Every damn day, baby.
Let's go. Yeah, baby. Could you imagine if we were lucky enough that vlogging has been around for 50 years and we could have seen all the people that we think are incredible just see their process of coming up the game? More importantly, back to every damn day, my man, whether you make it or you don't, the fact that your great-great-grandkids are gonna be able to watch that film is unbelievable. I didn't get to know either one of my grandfathers. They both died, right? Before I got to know them. Like, you know how cool it would be to have all that film on them? So you might be thinking about vlogging as like narcissistic and somebody's being a charlatan. You're fucking short-sighted. If you're not vlogging, you're taking something very special away from your future family.
Cheers, man. Appreciate it.
Tampa, thank you so much. Come on, let's go.
Right here, Gary.
Can you take a picture of me, Gary?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, Gary.
Thank you, so nice. Bye guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Bye guys.
Can I get
Iris?
this picture real quick if you don't mind?
Okay, guys, I gotta bounce.
Gotta back up, guys. Gotta back up.
You're welcome.
Excuse me.
Bye guys, thank you. Thank you.
Let him do it. Gotta go, guys.
You got it. See ya. Bye guys. Thank you, bye-bye.
Love you, Gary.
One life, let's do something about it. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you.